Hello my good human, welcome back to my channel. I'm Luana from luanarose.com, and if you're new here on this channel, I talk about all things trauma healing, relationship health, and nervous system health. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for being here. I love reading your comments and interacting with you in the comments below. So make sure you're subscribed, you comment if you have something to say, and you like this video if you like it. This video is a little bit different. It's geared towards healthcare professionals, coaches, teachers, folks that are looking to get more of a trauma-informed approach to caring for people. How do you tell if someone is stressed out? It's so important to know how to look for these markers when someone is getting more stressed or someone is de-stressing. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that based on the Apgar theory or the Apgar system. So Virginia Apgar was this wonderful woman, medical doctor, who developed this system back in the 1950s to prevent infant mortality. So she was working with midwives and such to help prevent infant mortality, and she designed this Apgar way of checking for babies' vitals, essentially, right when they were born. And it's still used worldwide today, so it serves a good purpose, and it's a great thing to have in your back pocket if you are a healthcare professional, a teacher, a coach, or even if you want to learn more about yourself, how you may know the markers for your own stress levels. Before we get into the acronym APGAR, it's so important to know where someone's tolerance and window for processing information is, because as we know, if we're overwhelmed or too stressed, then we can't take on new information, we can't learn new things, and we feel less safe. So whether you're an acupuncturist or a kindergarten teacher, this APGAR system can help you attune to your clients or your people, kids, whoever it is, with more ease. So I recommend getting really good at this so it becomes second nature. Let's start with A, appearance. Appearance, we look at the skin. So in terms of the medical system, they look at the skin of the baby. Is it flushed? Where is the skin? And how does the skin, the fleshness, for example, if I'm working out, my face will turn red. It's beautiful, bright red color. And my chest, my arms will all turn red. So that is appearance. And when my stress levels come down, just like yours, we'll see that the redness, the fleshness from the face, from the skin, wherever it is that you can see. If you're on a Zoom call, you pretty much just have this. You'll see the fleshness of the skin change because the blood is changing the pressure that's going to the extremities, etc., for that stress response system. So you can pay attention to when there's more fleshness and less fleshness. I don't know if that's a word, but you get what I mean. Less red as the person de-stresses. That's A, the color of our skin. And I mean it in terms of the blood flow to the skin. Depending on your skin color, it will still change. So we can use this across the board and just start to attune to it. P. P stands for pulse. As babies are birthed, of course, the folks need to check the pulse of the baby. And as healthcare practitioners, we ought to attune our eyes to the pulse of the other person, which you can check super easily with the carotid artery. That word always, or those two words always catch me up. The carotid arteries that come down here, and you can see, if you take your two fingers, you can just put your fingers here and I can feel my pulse. If you're working with someone on a table, whether you're a massage therapist or if you're a somatic practitioner from SE or Stephen Terrell or Kathy Kane's work, you're working with a table already, you can just glance over and you'll be able to see this part of the person's neck moving. So that's pulse. If someone is becoming more relaxed, you'll notice that that carotid artery is pulsing, will start to pulse slower. And on the flip side of that, if someone's getting stressed out, we can actually see this moving quite rapidly, which is pretty cool. The G in Apgar is grimace. So when a baby is birthed, they will make movements with their mouth, and as adults we do the exact same thing. If you've ever been stressed out, for example, angry, the upper lip will start to curl under and we get this tension in our mouth that probably looks really weird, but that is grimace. We start to change our facial muscles. That it could be sneezing, it could be slightly holding more tension here. So G, grimace, is a way to notice if an individual you're working with is getting more stressed or less stressed. And a friendly reminder that we heal in underwhelm, we don't heal in overwhelm. So this is why I'm teaching you this, because we want to learn how and when to slow down and back off in whatever work that we're doing, whether you're a therapist, a coach, acupuncturist, a teacher of some sort. It's important to be able to slow things down so the individual or a group of people don't become overwhelmed. So G is for grimace. A again for active muscles. Active muscles. Of course, when we have that fight, flight, freeze, fawn response, our muscles will either engage, get ready to fight, run, flee. So you can notice, let me see if I can do it at my neck. See my neck muscles tensing and my shoulder muscles tensing versus relaxed. So subtle little cues like that. If you're working on a Zoom call, you can see things like this, or full body, right? You can see someone's arm muscles tense up, or in our hands, we can kind of roll them into fists. And active muscles are a sign that there's more stress in the system. And then, of course, on the flip side, less active muscles, shoulders coming down rather than up like this. That means that the individual is relaxing, probably feels more safe, and these are markers that we can use. So that's A for active muscles. On the flip side of that one, which is a little bit more advanced, when individuals are more in the freeze or fawn response for long periods of time, our muscles actually become very soft, and the plasticity, it actually loses the plasticity. So that is like a muscle that can't really engage at all. It's a little bit more advanced, but just to put that in there as well. So the last one is R for respiration. That's our breath, of course. And if we are either on a Zoom call or in person, we can notice the person's breath. You can notice a person's respiration system by looking at their shoulders, the movement of their shoulders, the movement of their diaphragm, their belly, those big belly breaths. Are they happening? Is the breath not quite getting there? When they're speaking, do they sound like they're out of breath? Are they speaking super fast and they just can't get another breath in? That's probably a sign, generally is a sign of a system that is fast moving. As you're sitting with someone or working with someone, you can notice how their respiration changes. Ultimately, we want to have a steady rhythm. Everyone's normal for respiration is different depending on the day of the week, depending on how much trauma is still stuck in their system, how much capacity the individual has. So everyone's normal breath is different. So we need to respect that. So coming back to the acronym APGAR, we have appearance, pulse, grimace, active muscles, and respiration. This acronym and these skills are something that as a healthcare practitioner or professional you can develop on your own terms and engage them in your practice or in your day-to-day work as you wish. It's simply offering another lens, a trauma-informed lens for you to help people and care for people, and also, of course, take care of yourself, because we learn and master these skills best when we embody them. So go ahead, put this in your back pocket, practice. You don't need to be working with people already to do this. You can notice this Apgar system with the people in your life, or if you go to the grocery store, or just people watch, because that's a really fun thing to do. You can notice the flushness of an individual's face when you're talking to them, their carotid artery, the cadence of their breath, their respiration system, the activeness of their muscles, their shoulders, their arms. Just starting to tune your awareness and your eyes to this will really help you understand how stress physiology works, and it's ever flowing and changing. So I want to end this video on this concept that we heal and underwhelm, not overwhelm. This is why it's so important to understand this simple Apgar system so that we know when to slow down and take things at an easier pace so the individual can feel safe and not stressed, because when we're stressed, we can't heal. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have something to say, I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you'd like to dive deeper into this stuff, go to my website, luanarose.com, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take good care. Bye.